For this module, we were tasked to make a 1 to 2 minute showreel around one of 4 themes: love, freedom, time, and environment. I chose freedom since I had the most confidence with this theme. I had to make changes to my initial idea after I liked willing contributors for my showreel. I contacted the head of music at Falmouth University, asking if any bands would be interested. This also ended with a lack of contributors. I remained vigilant and placed an advertisement across multiple platforms. Fortunately, a third-year fine arts student came forward and presented their interest. I felt inspired to share and create my show around her experiences. Our plan was to talk about how she found freedom through her art to express her trauma and her feelings. In retrospect, I wish I'd been more abstract with my concept and cinematography. However, I felt as if that would have detracted from my subject and her story. Another source of inspiration for my cinematography was the Blue Planet series, as they showcase many slow and gentle shots that fit the tone and setting of the film. I wished to replicate this and film my subject in a relaxed manner to fit the tone of the film and the background music. When it came to filming my subject, due to her limited availability, we had to push filming forwards by a week. In retrospect, I wish I had planned and scheduled more effectively. I feel as if I handled the pre-production process well despite the setbacks. I felt as if the shoot went smoothly and I worked my subject effectively and respectively. I was respectful of her distance and did not interrupt her and her work. However, I do wish I'd stopped the subject when moving the camera as to not miss her art progression and to keep the narrative intact. With the cinematography, I was overall pleased with how everything looked, especially the shot where my subject looks directly into the camera. This humanises her and makes the showreel feel much more personal, creating a connection to the audience. However, in the shot where I shift focus from the art easel to the subject, the top of her head is cut out of frame. Also, in the final shot where my subject looks towards the camera, the shot could have been potentially held for longer. However, I personally prefer the final cut of the shot after comparing the 2 alternate edits. I felt as if I respected my subject and I took inspiration from Casey Kiparani from IndieWire.com. Documentaries then must set their own rules, maintain their conscientiously established boundaries, and avoid crossing lines set by both themselves and the subjects. This I felt was important to keep in mind, as I wanted to respect both the subject and her story. I wanted to maintain a good working relationship between me and the subject. If I were to create another edit for the showreel, I would have been more conscious of my audio editing. Some of the cuts I made to my subject's dialogue felt rough and did not flow. Additionally, the general audio mix could have been more balanced. At the start of my showreel, the background music could have been much louder than faded out, as when the dialogue started, it was somewhat jarring and abrupt. Despite this, I felt as if the music was a nice and unobtrusive choice. As for the title, I felt as if it was very appropriate for the showreel as it relates to both the art present and the soul of my contributor. Overall, I am pleased with my showreel,